Hello, good afternoon. My name is Saurabh. I work with IBM Research, and this project is about gesture-based information system for pregnant women in Assam. Uh, to start with, to set up a setting, actually, India primarily scores quite low in when it comes to maternal health care, and particularly pregnant women dies every 10 minutes in India, and we have a very high rate of maternity mortality rate. So we score quite, you know, at the bottom of the table, and even when we talk inside India, Assam has the highest MMR rate of 346 per 1 lakh birth in this. So we targeted about we kind of developed a system called Chetna, which was an attempt to reduce this MMR rate in Assam, and especially among the rural pregnant women, and empower them with health and pregnancy related information. Um, Chetna provides enhanced reach, information awareness, education, and irrespective of literacy, social economic status, and regional bias, and hence benefiting all sections and strata of the society. So, talking about the contextual information that happens, most of the users in Assam, most of the women in Assam are low literate typically, whom we have been testing the system. Particularly, we have observed that there's a lot of shyness about talking to the information of maternal health care. People don't want to talk about it, and probably if there's a male doctor involved, so women will always feel uncomfortable about these issues. And particularly in the rural setting, we have concept of a ASHA member, which is accredited health social activist, who forms a mediator between these pregnant women, and the male doctor. So everything is through these ASHA members. Primarily, these are the bread earners of the family, mostly working tea gardens and other local industries. And primarily, the sector we chose was having a low socio-economic background. So availability of mobile phones, even a single mobile phone which can be a shared resource, was not there in this region. Um, so as I discussed, I'll just talk about Chetna more. Chetna is an easy to use health information system operated through human body gestures, designed to educate pregnant women and health workers in rural Assam. You must be wondering why it is a gesture based system and not a touchscreen based system. I think when I do this, most of us see, right? When I do something like this on a touch screen, nobody knows what I'm looking for. So this gesture-based system enabled social information and this information dissemination through a collaborative activity. I'll quickly show you a rough video. I mean, it's kind of a quick video how the system was. I'm sorry, this seems to be something. Did you just copy the? You didn't copy the video. Okay. Leave it. So first one. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's okay. So this is what we developed. So this is a rural setting of Assam. I mean, we installed this system which detects gestures and information is through a TV. We deployed this in primary health centers in Assam, and we deployed it over 3 centers. This was a multimodal input. So all you need to do is a system knows the registered mobile number of a user, and particularly when you give a missed call to the system, you get logged into the system itself. So that acts as a login. You don't need any external password or do any gestures to this. You just give a missed call to the system, it will log into your account. This also enabled a user to upload question. So in remote areas where you don't have doctors, particularly you can record a question through this system. The system will be stored in a database, and doctor will answer it remotely. Once you again come back to the system and log into the system, you'll be played back the content recorded from the doctor. And one of the important aspect to this system was How do you normally interact with doctors? Do you say that I have a headache? No, you don't do that. You say I have a pain over here. I have a pain over here. I'm feeling pain over here. So this system, this camera capture allowed the system to go to a relevant content just by pointing your body. So it captures the anatomy of a body, and possibly it takes you to the tutorial section where the related content is there. So that is how we use, and these are all the content would be the content that we designed for this system was all in Assamese dialect. The content was in Assamese language, and this had all the rural, the metaphors from rural. So this is kind of a metaphor Asha member whom people are, already they know about them, and these are kind of gestures that people do, and this actually enables a lot of collaboration between the health work, the the pregnant women. Just close this. So. So this current state of Chetna, we have the Chetna is functional. It is also available as an open source framework on Chetna website. So probably if you have a content for content ready in form of videos, probably you can just embed them into the folder and it will work. It has been tested into 4 rural healthcare centers in Assam, covering more than 70 pregnant women and health workers with low socio-economic and low literacy background. In addition to human-centered approach to design Chetna for its adoption and usability with the target group, the system was found very easy and engaging due to its content-specific communication and communication mediums. The system information and associated gestures were found effective and accepted across all the targeted user group. So we designed gestures particularly in keeping in mind low literate users of India, and probably there were some gestures that were that are very common in West, very common with the Western audience, but especially when you target about low literate users in India, you need to be keep in mind with the associated gestures. So what we are following with going to the market, we target users as a pregnant women and health worker working under NRHM, and the target customer is NRHM, Ministry of Health, state and central government. The Chetna is, so considering most of the health center have television and a computer for daily activities, Chetna hardware installation software costs do not exceed rupees 14,000. So this is per system that we require, and the content and other things can be partnered with other health departments, government health departments, and the system is also flexible to incorporate some very contextual diseases like tuberculosis, malaria, and other critical disease information and education for developing regions. So I'll just quickly end up to summarize. This part of this is actually a short documentary film done by Doordarshan. Where is it? Sorry, I'm using Windows after a lot of time. So actually these are like, this got extensive coverage in DD News, which is national channel in India, and probably these are like real user feedback that we gathered. This is from the primary center, which where we installed this application in the kiosk. I think I'm done now. Any questions?
Can you also take up questions?
Sure.
After 5:30.
Okay.
So 2 more and then we have some questions.
Sure.
Okay. I'm writing my keynote